the butcher, but he had 30 extra base hits and 300 at-bats. That's a lot.
Full spring training, and, eventually down the line, does he stay in right field? Maybe, maybe not. But this is the kind of guy that, is coming through our system, and we shouldn't underestimate. And is the kind of guy that, down to earth, humble, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, this is the kind of guy, if everything breaks right, could be one of those homegrown core players that, people really come to enjoy and bond with, and don't want to see go other places.
In closing, should the Met fan be thinking of anything interesting this week, or will he have to wait for a little Christmas cheer? Will he have to wait a couple of weeks, or could he have a little something to chat about this week?
I wish I could say that there's something sensational, that's about to happen.
Or a new addition of any kind. It doesn't have to be sensational.
Oh, I think we'll have some new additions.
Okay.
But they may be incremental. They may not be headline provoking.
Right.
They may not provide all the sizzle that you described, or any of the sizzle for that matter. But I would hope that they're solid acquisitions that contribute to what we're trying to do.
Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
We're not trying to make this less entertaining. We're trying to make it more entertaining. But ultimately, the entertainment has to be predicated on winning.
I do understand that. But let me ask you this in closing, and then obviously we'll probably chat again as things unfold this week. But if you're the Met fan who's driving home today and is depressed and saying, boy, man, my team doesn't give me any reason to go to that ballpark right now, what do you say to that guy?
Well, first of all, I've been pretty consistent, Mike, in describing what I thought were our chances of bringing Jose back. I've never overstated
I agree.
the likelihood. I've tried to prepare people for this. But it's it's like losing somebody after a long illness. You can be prepared for it and prepared for it and prepare for it. When it actually happens, it's a hard thing to accept, and it's a human reaction to a loss. And I'm not trying to be maudlin, but people are resilient. Mets fans obviously have been resilient, and I'm hopeful they will be again, and that all the confidence that they're starting to have, hopefully, in what we're doing has not been lost as a result of this. But I think many brighter days are ahead.
Thank you for the time, Sandy. We'll talk to you again, I'm sure. Have a productive week down there. Thank you.
Okay, Mike.
Thanks very much. Sandy Alderson. We'll be back to kind of take your questions on the Mets and talk a little bit about what went on with the general manager, and you get a feel for where they are. And you know what? It's not going to happen overnight. You got that very clear right now. Payroll around $100 million, which sounds great, except you have some very expensive contracts right now, which play into that, especially Johan Santana. We'll come back and talk about it right after this.